Welcome back to video number 3 of our YouTube QUAH series.
The Trace!
This is where we answer questions that people ask us. So at the end of this episode, underneath you can ask us questions and we'll answer some of them on the next episode. Bring on the question, Doug.
Is there actually any benefit to battle rope training? Or is this another fad product that's made its way into the gym?
One trick pony. That's how I feel.
I like this question. Now, being completely transparent, I believe I own a battle rope. I believe you own a battle rope.
I do.
Okay, do you own a battle rope? No, you don't own a battle rope.
I usually don't fall for things like that.
This has definitely turned into something very, very trendy. Now, is there a place for it? Like, it's another form of cardio?
I think it's another form of cardio. It's quick, repetitive movements. It helps build endurance in the shoulders and arms. So I can see a use for it for people who may suffer from fatigue in the upper body.
Like maybe a boxer or a fighter or
But
something.
here's the thing. If you want more endurance in your shoulders and you're a boxer,
box more.
Box more.
Right.
You know, here's the thing with these kinds of movements where you're building endurance with repetitive movements, you can actually create recruitment patterns that may not be favorable for your particular sport, and it may actually...
Unless you punch like this.
That's
might
right.
be beneficial for
That's
it.
actually an effective technique. I used it in 3rd grade, and I won.
Mine's the cyclone. Where
Well,
it
I
goes
think
sideways.
like, comparing the battle rope is real similar to like comparing the Stairmaster to the elliptical to the treadmill.
That's very good.
Right?
Very, very good.
They all have their place. They all work muscles a little bit. Like your Stairmaster gets a little more legs involved, but still it's still cardio, and it's still not that much different than running on a treadmill.
It's a fun tool for cardiovascular, high calorie burn type activity that gives you some variety. So if you're bored with your current routine, if you're bored with, hill sprints or jump rope or whatever you're doing for your cardio for that type of training, battle rope, maybe another option. It's just different.
Well, that's where I see the comparison. Definitely the jump rope, the sprinting. I would use it primarily to do sort of these quick burst sprint type movements with my upper body. So that's one of the only tools I can think of that really kind of provides that sort of stimulus.
I still think it's silly. Where I would actually use it is like when I take it places, right? So for me, that's where it's cool. Is like if I'm out somewhere and you want to take it outside or go somewhere outside of the gym.
Or if you're a trainer and you run boot camps or you want to just add some variety.
Yeah, for fun.
For fun, because a big part of
it
personal
is fun,
training,
Well, that's how I use it. So I had boot camps. The only reason why I ever bought a battle rope was because I ran boot camps all over the Bay Area, and it was an affordable way for me to create stations. So I had all these different circuit stations.
And just give you different variety.
Right, and that was the cardio portion, was because I couldn't roll a treadmill or a Stairmaster out to the local, school, or park.
Yeah.
So battle ropes were something that I could utilize as a form of cardio. Yeah. But that being said, just like any other form of cardio, the body gets very adapted to it really quick, and you're not seeing the same change that you were seeing when you first probably incorporated. So if you've never done battle rope, then all of a sudden you start doing battle rope every single day or every other day, you're gonna burn some fat, you're gonna burn some calories by doing that. But it's only a few weeks later will the body get very efficient at that, and then you're not really gonna see the change.
3 moves I really even use with it. One is the obvious sort of a split sprint with my arms. The other one is like I'm doing slams like I would do emulating with a medicine ball. So I'm doing the same type of a movement with that, but I'm being really explosive, getting full extension, coming down tough. And then on top of that, the third one would be just wrapping it around a pole and getting consistent rowing. So that's another great use for it, at least so that way I can get endurance rowing and pulling.
Grapplers may find some benefit from using the rope because it does, here's something that I learned from using the battle rope, it works your grip quite a bit. You do get a lot of fatigue in your hands, and if you're a grappler and you grapple in a gi type grappling sport,
but again, I would
judo,
challenge that the same way that you just challenged me.
Just do more jiu-jitsu and
right.
judo.
You would do more. If it's somebody who's in jiu-jitsu, somebody's in boxing, are there some carryovers? Yes. But all those athletes would benefit even more by doing more of their sport.
Just do more of the sport-specific type movements, which are the actual sport. There's nothing more specific to your sport than the sport itself. Now, the way I would include it in a routine is you can include it in your high-intensity interval training days. Other than that, I really don't see too much use.
Well, like I said, if you're a trainer who runs boot camps all over the area, I would utilize it because there's not a lot of, you can have them run the stairs, you can have them run around the track.
It's easy to carry, you can put it around a tree.
Right, I can throw it in my truck, I can do 3-4 battle ropes in my truck and then head over and I can fit that in there and now have a station that 4 or 5 people can work on it. So.
That's it. So look, if you have a friend that loves the battle ropes, send them this video. I'm sure they'll love it. So share it. Subscribe to this channel. We post new videos all the time.
But wait, before you say that, I think it's important that we kind of explain like the science behind like adaptation with cardio, because we talk a lot about that on this video when it comes to weight training and resistance training. And I'm going to use numbers that are obviously vague because everybody is uniquely different. But the body takes only about 2 to 3 weeks to get adapted to whatever modality of cardio that you're doing.
And especially cardiovascular training, you adapt very quickly to that. I mean, we actually created a program in MAPS Performance. We structured it so, you know, we're looking at like an off season. So what we do last really is our cardiovascular focus, because we adapt so quickly to that and going into season. So just know that your body's gonna respond pretty quickly to that type of training and to stay ahead of that.
You can literally manipulate your VO2 max on a daily basis. Like your body adapts to cardiovascular training really, really fast. So yeah, is it maybe a cool tool to have if you've got a gym that has it? And I don't see anything wrong with that if it was a day of cardio and you're like, you know what? I was doing the Stairmaster the other day, I was doing the elliptical the other day, and today my form of cardio, I'm gonna use the ropes. I could see recommending that, or I think it would be a good tool used like that.
Yeah.
But getting it to where it's something that, if you're that good at the battle rope, you're not getting a lot of results from it. So you see guys all over YouTube and Instagram that do all these really cool things while they do the battle rope, like the amount of practice that guy or girl had to do to get good at that battle rope, he or she is no longer seeing the fat burning benefits.
There's some fancy moves out there.
Yeah, no, but it's cool. If you think that's cool,
sure,
by all means. But if you're here for what's gonna get me results, I'm trying to change my physique, well, those people that are really good at the battle rope, they're not getting a lot of benefits anymore from it in that way.
Right, so it's a little bit better than a gimmick, but it is one of those things that got really popular because MMA athletes started using them, so everybody saw the MMA athletes use it, and now it's become a thing. So, can I sign off?
Yeah.
All right, so share and subscribe our channel. Also, if you want us to answer a question that we answer on these episodes, ask your questions in the comments. We'll check the comments periodically. We'll take our favorite ones and answer them in upcoming episodes.